Oh, of course, the champ is there. He's got to show off and shit. Well, what do you got to say for yourself, champ? Goobie, Goobie, that's your cue. Where are you at?
Oh, are we rolling? Sorry. Let me just remove this beauty of a trophy right here. For being the best in the league last year. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank my mom, my brother. I don't got a dad, so fuck him. But I just want to thank my family, and thank you. All right, let me put this aside really quick.
Yeah, you do that. You take your sweet ass time.
Let me refocus this camera over here to this beautiful face.
A face a mother could not love.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your champ, the Goobie. Welcome back to season 2 of Show Us Your TDs. It's football season, and you know what that means? It's also fantasy season. I'm here with my co-host and other fantasy expert, Melky. How you doing?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Hello, fantasy fans and fans of Show Us Your TDs. If you're seeing or hearing the sound of Melky's voice, and Goobie's squeal, it can only be one thing. We're back. And more importantly, football season, like Goobie just alluded to, is here. Welcome to season 2 of Show Us Your TD's dysfunctional podcast. I promise you there will be more drop passes, interruptions, fumbles, and of course, juicy tight ends. Not to mention major cleavage. Well, not mine. I only have mosquito bites. Maybe the champ can show you.
I got D's maybe.
So some D's on that shit.
There's some D's. But no, I'm excited, man. Football's back.
It is back. It's actually on right now as we're recording. And what better way to start it off with our Dallas Cowboys and the defending champs, Tampa Bay Bucks. Yeah, I said Tampa Bay because it's Tom Brady's team. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to go right into fantasy football.
Yeah, baby.
Feel that suspense. All right, enough about that. Well, let's go into our teams. As you know, Goobie and I, we host the Show Us Your TD's Fantasy Football League. It's been going on for 5 seasons now. This is, season number 5. And we made our selection last weekend on Saturday. And our teams are ready and set, ready to roll. So, Goobie, why don't you tell, since you're the defending champ, since the reign of Goobie is starting, why don't you give the fans, the viewers, your team and tell them why you think you're going to be this year's 2021-2022 champion.
First of all, we never ever say we're going to be champion again. Okay? You guys say you're going to lose all your games because then you'll win all your games.
I'm trying to jinx your motherfucking ass, so.
Mind fucks. But it is another fantasy year, so we are going to talk our fantasy teams. We did do a 2-keeper league this year. It will reset at the end of the year, but for now, we'll get right into it. My 2 keepers are Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry. Now, I don't think I need to say any more after that. Like, my team's already won. But let's get into it. My quarterback for the year is going to be Matthew Stafford. My quarterback for the year is going to be Matthew Stafford. We're going with 2 wide receivers, Justin Jefferson and A.J. Brown. That's right. I got A.J. Brown back. Nice to have him. I'm hoping he has a wonderful game. Julio, don't do anything stupid. Next
Julio,
on the
Julio, please make a big difference. Make it the Julio show.
Yeah, everybody, double team Julio for me, please. It would help. All right, we're at tight end, we're looking at, what is it, Miles Andrew? Yeah, Mark Andrews, sorry.
You don't know your own damn team?
I don't know my own damn team. Mark Andrews, Baltimore Ravens tight end. That was a mid-draft pick, too, so I was happy I got him. Sitting in my flex spot.
Just got a contract extension, too.
He did.
Paid.
Sitting in my flex spot, we got Darrell Henderson, running back of Los Angeles Rams. So it's looking all right so far. I normally try to pick up the Denver kicker, in which I got in McManus. It's mile high, man. You can kick that ball from 70 yards and still have leeway out of it. So they like their kicking. And then back, dirtier than ever, the Pittsburgh defense. So the black and yellow is back on my team like they were last year. Do you want to go over bench players really quick? I can just name them off.
Yeah, name your bench, like name your whole team.
All right. We got Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Philly. Kenny Golladay, New York Giants wide receiver. Tevin Coleman, New York Jets running back. Brandon Cooks. That's right. I went with a Houston Texan. Brandon Cooks, wide receiver. Joe Burrows. Now, this is where I'm not sure if I'm going to be switching the quarterbacks up every once in a while. Because if Burrows starts lighting it up, I might have to put him in. I got Jamison Crowder, who's on COVID-19 IR right now.
Why do you always grab him? He's not good for tray bait.
He's not a tray bait. He's just going to sit on my bench and play once in a while. And the biggest star of my team, I'm hoping this happens to fuck this guy over, is I got Justin Jackson, running back, Los Angeles Chargers. That's right, the backup to this motherfucker.
Well, spoiler alert, him and Kelly share the pot. So, I mean, you could think that you might screw me over, but I have a feeling that a certain number one running back is going to play. But let's go back to your team. That is a pretty fucking solid team. True story, I had a buddy of mine, actually, he's a buddy of ours, who text messaged me and said, Goobie's team looks unreal. Fear the beard. That's what he said. So, you know what? Your team does look good on paper. You have a good chance of repeating. Not a great chance, but you definitely have a good chance of repeating. And I actually like you to be in the top 4, actually probably in the top 2 this season.
And everybody knows if you play fantasy football, it's not guaranteed. Not guaranteed at all. There's injuries. Players just don't play right. So, you know, on paper, yeah, it looks like I'm a number 1 team on this league, but anything can happen.
Well, you can always look number 1 when your keepers are Henry and McCaffrey.
Yeah, that is true. All right, buddy. Let's hear your team over here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not overly thrilled with my team. I feel like it could go either way. It could be good or it could be bad. I don't feel there's a happy medium. I will make the playoffs. I'm saying this right now. I will make the playoffs. We just don't know how far I'm going to go. But I'm going to lay my team for you, and we're going to start at the top. Welcome back, Justin Herbert. I acquired him mid-season last year. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's a stud. I'm looking for big things from Justin Herbert out of the LA Chargers. Let's go. Also, bringing back my keeper, one of my keepers, Stephon Diggs. I had to. The best receiver last year. That team's just trending up. He's a fucking animal. I'm looking for him to do big things again. I had to keep him. It was a no-brainer. Next on the list, on the docket, Robert Woods. Now, I normally wouldn't go for an LA wide receiver, but Matthew Stafford is on that team now, and Matthew Stafford can make things happen, and he finally has a team that's adequate enough to get him over the hump. So anyone who's drafting Rams wide receivers, you're in for a great year. So Robert Woods. Go
Sorry to
ahead.
interrupt, but you know
No.
what, man? Robert Woods has saved me many of times last year, so that's a great pickup.
It was a no-brainer for me. And starting at running back, my second keeper, Austin Eckler. Now, Goobie was laughing earlier saying he got his back up and he might fuck me over. You know what? I think he's going to go game one. It's a pulled hamstring, but he's a trooper. They're expecting big things from him out of LA as well. So let's go Eckler. And now, my second running back, a man who's I think is very scary, and he makes that Washington offense go. We're talking Antonio Gibson, second-year man, plays for the no-namers. I'm expecting big things from him, and that offense can go, go, go. I mean, Fitzmagic might not. He might poof and disappear, but other than that, they're good. And now, the one that pissed off Allen himself, Allen, my tight end, Darren Waller. Arguably second best tight end. Him and Kittle, 1A, 1B. I actually like Waller better. He's actually built more like a wide receiver. So I got Darren Waller starting for me at the tight end position. My flex, we're going out to South Beach, Miami. Sprinkle a little Myles Gaskin in there. He came out of nowhere last season. I expect him to do big things, especially because Tua sucks donkey balls. So they're going to need that running game to be at the forefront. And man, I just had to jump on this. Probably the best defense in the league, the LA Rams. They are built to win right now. They have everything going for them. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, you name it, they have it. Sean McVay is a genius on both sides of the ball, so I like this. They're going to get it done on both ends. I can't wait. And then I did go with goggles. Rodriguez out of the Colts, but I dropped him today in order to pick up Robbie Gould because San Francisco is playing Detroit, and that's no brainer. And Detroit sucks hockey balls. So let's go. And then rounding off my bench, I'll name him quickly: Ronald Jones II out of Tampa, Chase Claypool out of Goobie's favorite team, Black and Yellow, DJ Shark from the Lonely Jaguars, Baker Mayfield out of the Browns, Philip Lindsay. I also did pick a Texan.
That's my favorite team, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, I was just fucking with you. And I did draft Jamar Chase, but apparently he drops everything. So I picked up Michael Thomas to sit on the IR up until week 7. And I think that was a genius move on my part because if he gets going, wow, I'm going to have a nice 3-headed monster at wide receiver. And that, my friends, is my squad.
And it's a beautiful squad. I think in draft, you were either close second or third in the draft. That's a beautiful team. And
had me at 4, but a lot of people were tied. Actually, if you read anybody's comments, it actually said I'm going to go 4-10 this year.
Oh no, it's not looking good.
No, but
I didn't even read my comments. But
we said we're going to finish first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not to be cocky, but if you look at the team that I have, the Yahoo Fantasy app would say I'd finish first if I didn't draft anybody and just kept my keepers.
Yeah. I mean, it goes based on because it thinks you're drafting those keepers at that spot. So yeah. I understand, but yeah, your team on paper, come on. Like I would say you and actually tight end Timmy are the guys to beat this season.
So that's what I was saying. That's what I was about to say is you're going to be a close second between him and tight end Timmy and you. So it's looking good. I do want to point out, and it means literally nothing, but I want to point it out anyways in the fantasy app. If you go to the fantasy app, you know how you have those the bronze, silver, gold. Yep. There's 3 golds. Me, you, and Timmy. Guess who's the closest to platinum by 3 points? This guy. I'm going to be the only platinum player in our fucking league. It's going to be amazing.
Better pray your whole team doesn't get COVID or like get injured. You ain't platinum none.
Honestly, though, it's because I don't play as many leagues as other people do, right? So, like, my record's like a 67% or something win rate.
Yeah.
But that's only because I only play the one league. So
I was in Tal's 20-man stupid league years ago, and I was in another league years ago. So I've been there longer than you. And then the first season I made this league, you weren't in it. So that's why like my winning percentage isn't as great, but I'm still a fighter.
yeah, no, you have like I think almost 100 games played. So that's pretty good to be in gold still. So yeah, know what though? No, it's not good.
Hold on. Before you jump in there, how do you feel about your matchup?
My matchup. Oh, we're gonna do matchups. All right. Let's do matchups.
How do you feel about your matchup this week? Who's your opening opponent? And how about you smash him?
I got not a Bears lineup, and that would be Jen. And she has my quarterback, my teammate. That's my quarterback. That's my teammate. She's got Josh Allen, and I was 3 picks away from getting him, and that's the time I was going to pick him up too, and it just didn't happen. So, quarterback, I'm losing the quarterback race on that front.
I don't think so, man. I think it's pretty close. You watched what Stafford does to the Bears on Sunday night.
Well, let's hope I hope they pull it out. The projection point for me is 27. For her, it's 31.75. So it's iffy. She's got DeAndre Hopkins, so she beats me there too. But then she's got Mike Evans, so she probably will beat me there too because they're playing Dallas at this moment right now, live. So yeah. So I'm a little skeptical about that because Mike Evans could have a game. Dallas's secondary is trash, and I can say that because I'm a Cowboys fan. If you say that to me on the streets, that's fighting words. Okay. But yeah. So I mean, Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown, they can have a game, but not like those two can. And then we go to the running backs, and then it's just a no contest. Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey versus Montgomery and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs isn't going to have a good game. I don't think he's going to have a good season. So I would be putting him on like a flex. Tight end matchup, I probably won. It's going to be iffy depending because I feel like Jared Goff is going to go to Hawkinson a lot, and she has Hawkinson. I think Jared Goff is going to rely heavily on his tight ends this year. I do too, by the way. I still haven't had any DMs about that shit. So ladies out there, send me your tight ends, please.
The offer does not expire.
It's ongoing until I die. So yeah, Hawkinson versus Mark Andrews. I think Andrews is gonna light it up this year. I think he's gonna be a top 5, top 3 tight end this year, behind Kittle and Kelsey. Then kickers.
Waller's better than Andrews. I'm gonna stop you there. You're forgetting.
I said top 5, top 3.
You're disrespecting my boy right now, and we haven't even played.
Yeah, them fighting words, okay?
All right, big whoop. Want to fight about it?
Big whoop. Want to fight about it? And then the kickers, I think she has me on that with Casey's kicker because they put up a lot of points. She's got Butker, and I got McManus. Like I said, I only pick up Denver's kicker because it's mile high and they can kick from 70 yards if they really wanted to. And the defense, it's going to be tight. Pittsburgh's playing Buffalo. Pittsburgh's playing Buffalo, so it might be a loss there for me. And then she's got Tampa Bay, and they're playing Dallas. And if Dak Prescott's not playing, or if he's just not doing too good, it's gonna be a long night. So I'm predicted 123 to 114. I think it's gonna be closer than that. I still predict that I'm gonna win. but I think it's going to be closer than that because of her defense, her kicker, and her 2 wide receivers, and Josh Allen.
I disagree. I think you're going to smash her because her running backs suck hairy balls. Montgomery is nice. Jacobs is sharing with Kenyon Drake.
Yep.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So who do you got this week?
I got probably arguably the worst team in the league in Adam. And he might consecutively lose and finish dead last. This man kept Kenyon Drake as his keeper, and he had Kyler Murray. I get it. Kyler Murray is a stud, so I don't blame him for keeping Kyler Murray. But he kept Kenyon Drake. Kenyon fucking Drake. So this week, so it's Justin Herbert versus Kyler Murray. That's a great matchup. I'll give the edge to Kyler Murray just because he's had a season or two more. Then we got the wide receivers. I got Diggs and Woods. He's got Lockett and Thielen. I'd say it's a wash.
I mean, Diggs might be Thielen.
Diggs might be the best receiver out of the bunch, but I'm gonna say it's a wash.
Diggs
then we
go,
yeah. Then we go running backs, and man, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He's got Raheem Mostert. He's a nice running back, but they run by committee over there. He's got Leonard Fournette, who's playing right now, which he splits with Ronald Jones. I've got Antonio Gibson, and I've got Austin Eckler. Now, Eckler, you better fucking play. Man up. I got the same injury as you, okay? I pulled hamstring, and I'm playing softball this weekend, so you better fucking play. So at the flex, he's got my favorite drunk in the world, Melvin Gordon III versus Myles Gaskin. The tight end matchup is pretty stout with Kerry Kittle versus Darren Waller. Kickers, I don't really give a fuck about the kickers. Gano versus Gold, and it's the Los Angeles defense versus Carolina. Although Carolina is playing the Jets, so they should have a field day with that.
Yeah. I like your odds on this one.
I do too, and I mean it's actually a lot closer. It's 117 to 112 is what they're projecting, but I think Adam's team is by far the best. He might go 0-20. No, what is it? 0-14. Sorry, he might go 0-14.
0-17.
No, I'm talking fantasy. Well, it'll be 14 games. He might go 0-16.
Yeah. Actually, no. That actually brings me up to a good question. Do we get an extra game now in fantasy?
No, I just left it the way the setting was because it ends. I never had it in my last week anyways, and I had it the second last. So now it's just 3 weeks instead of 2.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I think you're gonna crush him. I think everybody's gonna crush him. If you lose against him, it's probably time that you hang up your fantasy cleats and fucking go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
But I like that game, so I already played.
But speaking of playing, guess who's not playing?
A whole ton of running backs.
A whole ton of running backs, and I'm actually going to start off with someone new. Gus Edwards, ACL. Who knew? And you know what? Last night I was looking through just all the injury reports and everything, seeing if I could pick up anybody. That's how I picked up Jackson for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Because I saw that your guy got a hammy issue. But yeah, no one saw this coming. Gus Edwards, ACL. They don't know if it's a season-ending injury or if it's going to be, half a season or maybe a few weeks.
It actually just came out 5 minutes ago. He's out for the season.
He's out for the season, folks. So if you picked up Gus Edwards, probably 3rd to 4th round. Oh man, that sucks for you. But yeah,
that sounds like a you problem, and it's funny because he was picked up because another Raven was hurt at the running back spot as J.K. Dobbins tore his ACL too earlier. What is going on in Baltimore? What is
Not a
going
lot of
on in Baltimore?
conditioning.
Well, look, Jason Peters tore his ACL as well today.
Oh God, no! I think they should just fire their strength and conditioning coach.
Oh
He ain't
man,
doing a good job.
no, apparently not. People are dropping like flies over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But another running back, Cam Akers, out
Mhm.
for the season, torn Achilles. That's been a while now, but it's still news. And you know what? He's a great running back, and I just don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, he was projected big things this season because he came on strong near the end, and it was a shame. Like he was the first actually casualty to go down, and a lot of people had him high on their draft boards, and unfortunately, he's gone. But they did make some adjustments. They got your boy Henderson. They traded for Sony Michelle. Sorry, you French bastard. Um, but yeah, so I mean, they're gonna make do. But it's just been a bad year for running back. And there's more. The rookie out of Jacksonville, Travis Etienne, also out. He's got a fractured foot. He hasn't even played a game yet, and he's done for the season.
You know what I think it is? I think it's just the lack of playing last year, and like, because I don't think a lot of colleges and stuff played, and then I know with COVID and everything, like some players didn't play a little bit, and I don't know if it was these guys. Maybe they played the full season, maybe they didn't. But I think it's just strength and conditioning. They're just not. They're just not there. So
Well, it's getting back in the thick of things, right? It's finally like there wasn't training camp last season, like you alluded to, and
yeah,
a lot of these schools didn't participate, and now you had a full. I mean, even though it was one less preseason game, you had training camp that started on time. Just going through the rigors, and the intense training, it just takes a toll on them. I guess some of these guys weren't ready, and look at all the available running backs we could have had that aren't available. It's
yeah.
fucking horseshit.
You want to know something funny?
What was
Speaking
that?
of not participating, Cam Newton just not participating in the NFL right now because he's gone. He's been kicked out. He's been shown the door. Where is he going? Where do we think Cam Newton's gonna go?
That's a great question. I actually had that in my notes too. Do you want to go first, or should I take this? Or should Jesus take the
You
wheel?
take the reins, my friend.
All right. Well, realistically, I think it's very hard to incorporate Cam in a system because he's a particular quarterback. No, I don't think he should go there because he'd just be a distraction. He just dab everywhere. Um, I don't think it's the right fit, and Jerry doesn't want him, especially since he hyped up Cooper Rush, who I don't know why he would. So Jerry can't take that back. I do think, though, we're going to stay in the same states. We're going to go Houston. Houston is a big mess right now. They have Tyrod Taylor at the helm. Tyrod Taylor hasn't led a team in forever, and he always gets hurt. And he got fucked over last year in the Chargers camp. So I just think having Cam's presence would actually give a nice aura to the team because the GM is a fucking idiot. The ownership, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And their franchise quarterback is possibly in deep doo doo. So yeah, Houston, why not?
I like it. I like it. Like I said though, like I alluded to, I think he'd be a great backup for us. Um, I mean, who is our backup? I don't even know the guy. I know we picked him up like 2 weeks ago.
It's Weir from Carolina, and it's Cooper Rush. And I think Cooper Rush is ahead of Weir, which I don't get.
Yeah, it would be a good backup, I think, especially with Dak Prescott's lingering issues right now.
It looks
You
pretty good
know,
right now.
hey, don't spoil it. I don't want it. I'll leave right now. Middle of podcast gone. No, with his lingering issues, I thought it'd be a good fit, but I honestly think the number one place he should go right now is Houston, 100%.
Yeah, just makes the most sense. Tyrod's a similar player, so it just makes the most sense. Why not have a better version of Tyrod Taylor in Cam Newton?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. But yeah, so I agree with you 100% that Cam Newton should be going to Houston.
Other place I may have considered was Detroit to back up not Stafford, Jared Goff. Because Goff is a bum. Detroit, they're rebuilding. I mean, I guess Cam could showcase and be a shining light on such a sad circumstance.
Yeah. You know what though? In final news, I think NFL, COVID, and players not willing to get vaccinated, and potentially staff too. We've seen it in the MLB. Staff have already been fired for not being vaccinated. Are we going to start seeing this in the NFL? Are staff members going to be fired or fined for not getting the vaccination for COVID-19? And are we going to see players getting benched or sent home because they don't want to participate in getting the vaccine?
That's a great question. I don't know if they're going to go that route yet because they do have both sides, the players and the owners have agreed. The Players Association, they have agreed this season on a COVID protocol. So I was going through it last night, and it said both sides have reached agreement for this season: weekly testing for fully vaccinated players and staff. Unvaccinated and partially vaccinated players will be tested every day, including off days. They aren't allowed inside the facility or interact with each other while awaiting test results. That's for unvaccinated players. Fully vaccinated medical staff, strength conditioning coaches, and equipment staff are required to wear masks when doing their jobs. Unvaccinated players don't have to wear masks during outdoor practices. And while traveling, everybody must wear masks. So there are agreements. I think they have it a little more under control than the MLB. But who knows, how far it goes, and obviously with the new Delta coming out and stuff, who knows how strict they're going to be with it. But hopefully they have everything in order for the NFL to function this season.
The biggest concern for me is, I mean, to me, I'm pro-choice. You do what you want, right? But the biggest concern for me is this going to affect the camaraderie between, I would mainly say, rookies and vets, right? Like, imagine, say, Trevor Lawrence is like, fuck it, I don't want to be vaccinated, right? How is that gonna help your camaraderie with your wide receivers? You're not gonna be able to form that bond and, be on the same wavelength, right? Because you're not gonna be able to do outside of the facility stuff with them. So go ahead.
No, that's good. That's a good point. I don't think it's just rookies though. I think a rookie or a veteran can decide. Like, look at Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley has been one of the first to advocate he does not want to be vaccinated. So I think it comes down to the person and the player as well. Whereas, yeah, it could kill the locker room, but that's something the teams have to deal with in the long run.
I'm really, really not. I wouldn't say excited, but I'm really interested into seeing what these unvaxxed players are gonna do, because if it does start to hinder on their work and everything like that, they might just say, fuck it, maybe I should get vaccinated. Who knows?
Yeah, well, only time will tell. Honestly, yeah. Only time will tell. But guess what? Their time is out. Their time, I'm speaking of, are the rookies. The rookies of the NFL this season. The quarterback rookies, so to speak. And there were 5 really good ones picked out of the draft this season. So, Goobie, I'd like to know, which rookie is set up to have the most success this season?
I am personally going to go with Justin Fields. I think he has a great wide receiver core. They're young. Allen Robinson, Marquise Goodwin. I think they're going to be a great addition to Justin Fields. I think the Bears still have a little bit to do on their offensive line. And then maybe a running back too. They probably need a better running back. Montgomery is not the best running back, but I think
he's all right.
He's all right. I think with a couple more pieces in play, get a tight end that will produce touchdowns for you. Get a running back that can carry a 30 carry game. I think he'll do great in the upcoming years. But for this season, I think he'll be a top 3 in the rookie quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, and rookie quarterback. Yeah, as soon as he takes Dalton's spot, he'll have time to shine. I can't disagree there.
What about you? Who do you got going for you?
Oh, this one's a no-brainer. I got the man who stole Cam's job, Mac Jones. Mac Jones is set up for prime success, and I'll tell you why. He's got a great team built around him. Pat spent money this offseason, lots of money. The defense is returning. The guys who sat out for COVID last year are back. Plus the new toys that they got in free agency. The run game is pretty stout. They've got 3 really good running backs to help him, so he's not pressured to bomb it every time. And probably the best reason, he has Bill Belichick. He's the best coach in the NFL. He's the best systems coach in the NFL in the last 25 years. Yeah, he is. You can say what you want, but Bill Belichick knows how to win. And Mac Jones is going to be set up for success because of Bill Belichick.
I do agree. Bill Belichick, I mean, it's not proven that, Tom Brady needed him or he needed Tom Brady. Because obviously Tom Brady won without him. This is going to prove whether or not Bill Belichick can win without Tom Brady, I think. And I think Mac Jones, even though he looked like a lost little puppy in the draft, I think he'll do wonders for that team. And once they start getting the pieces in play for wide receivers, I think it's going to look great back in the Patriots locker room.
Well, it's going to go back to the Patriots way. He's got the 2 big tight ends. He's got. I mean, they're not the best wide receivers, but they're still adequate. They're better than what they were last year and Tom's last year. They have a running game. They have everything for him to succeed. So I can't see Mac Jones falling flat on his face.
Yeah, no, I agree. It'll be good. Let's put a little wager on this. Why don't we? Like a $10 wager. Which one does better this year?
Yeah, why don't we? We'll have our $10 wager. You got Fields, I got Mac. Let's go.
All right, there we go. Money on the table. Now, speaking of money, the winner gets a lot of money. So I want to go through some NFL predictions this year. Kind of like what we did in the playoffs, or just before the playoffs of last year during the pod. We're going to name off the division winners, wild card winners, or wild card teams, and then we're going to go into the NFC and AFC representatives and the Super Bowl representatives and who we think are going to win. Do you want me to take the lead here?
Yeah, Jesus, take the wheel, please.
All right. So I'm going to say the Rams take the NFC West. I was going to say Tampa takes NFC South. I'm going to go on a limb and say Dallas takes the NFC East. Vikings will take the NFC North. Fuck the Packers. Okay. And in the NFC division, the wild cards will be the Panthers, the Packers, and the Seahawks. The Panthers.
Have you been drinking the fish water out of your tank, buddy?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. It's like hooch. What do you think's in the Cowboys cup? Okay.
Salty fish water.
Yes, sir. All right, and in the AFC, we got AFC South, Tennessee Titans taking the reins in that division. We got the Bills in the AFC East, the Browns in the AFC North, the Chiefs in the AFC West. I'm surprised you didn't make a face when I said the Browns.
Why? Because I agree with you. Spoiler alert.
Oh, wow. And in the wild card spots, we got the Ravens, the Dolphins, and if Joe Burrow stays healthy, the Bengals.
Ugh. Okay, now my face is sour.
And then for the NFC representatives, I'm going to go with the Rams versus Tampa. And the AFC representatives, I'm going to go Bills versus the Chiefs. And I think what would be a spectacular Super Bowl, Rams versus the Bills, with the Bills coming out on top.
Wow, you just blew my fucking mind, and I will get to why you did in a sec. But that's not bad. I like that you went on a limb, but I'm telling you right now, Cincy's not making the playoffs. Carolina's not making the playoffs. And what was the other stupid one you had? Oh, then the Vikings are not winning that division. Nope, not at all. But I like your boldness. You showed some balls.
You know what? I like my bold predictions.
Yeah, you do. Okay, nicely done. So I'm going to tell you my predictions. Look, almost similar, but not as outrageous. We're going to start in the NFC. We'll go East Side, Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry. Washington is not winning that division with Fitzmagic. Unless they go out and get a real quarterback, they're not winning that division. Giants are a fucking laughingstock, and the Eagles could be the worst team in the NFL. So it's Dallas. It's Dallas for the pickings. And we got the Green Bay Packers in the north. That's a no-brainer. Aaron Rodgers is going to put on a spectacular year, not like last year, but he's going to put on a huge year on his exit out of Green Bay to make them wish they treated him a lot more nicely. In the south, the defending champs. Come on, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady will make sure they win that division. That's a no-brainer. Everyone else is poo-poo there. And then the West, LA Rams. They probably had the best offseason out of anyone in the league. Stafford is here to shine. It is Stafford time in LA. And my wild cards: Seattle, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Crab legs. He got LASIK. He now knows how to see. And he's got an arm. He's always had an arm. Their offense is, minus Michael Thomas not being there, they still have a great offense, and they still have a great coach in Peyton. So why can't they make the playoffs? I think they'll surprise people, and their defense is always good. So moving on to the AFC, I've got the Bills, of course, in the East. I've got the Browns. Yes, the Browns are winning that division in the North. It's Browntown in the North. I got the Tennessee Titans in the South. And I have the KC Chiefs in the West. That one is obviously a no-brainer.
We agree on the AFC.
Yeah, my wild cards, Baltimore Ravens, although they hit the injury bug pretty badly, but I still like them to get a wild card spot. New England Patriots. Mac Jones and company are going to shock the world. And Belichick's going to get into the playoffs. And here's another shocker. The LA Chargers.
Okay.
They are primed to make big moves and do big things this season. I like those teams to represent the wild cards. And then we go to our representatives of the championship games. We go to the NFC. LA versus Tampa. Not a shot. And my winner, the LA Rams. Let's go to the AFC. We got the rematch from last year, Buffalo versus KC. And the shocker of the world, the Buffalo Bills getting to the Super Bowl.
Bills Mafia.
But guess what? There will be no tables lighting on fire and women going through them in celebration. We have the Rams coming through, Sean McVay becoming the I guess, would he be the youngest coach? I got to look that up. But Sean McVay possibly being the youngest head coach to win a Super Bowl. Stafford finally gets his time to shine. Stafford finally gets his kudos after being lost out in that miserable place they call Detroit. Stafford time. That defense has to do it now because the window is closing. LA Rams, it's glorious day in LA for the NFL community.
I like it. I like it a lot. If Stafford does win the Super Bowl this year, there's going to be some money thrown at him. 100%. Some restructuring of that contract, because you go from Detroit winning 50% of your games to winning a Super Bowl in 1 year after being traded. You're going to get some money thrown at you.
Absolutely. Just throw the cash, man.
Yeah.
He's had his talents wasted in Detroit long enough. It's time. It's time for him to shine. It's time for LA to be back in the football community. It's Ram time, man. Like, this is a team that has to do it now.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good pick.
Yeah, no, yours is too. I was shocked you went the same boat, just a different outcome in the Super Bowl. We have the same two teams.
Honestly, if I had a second team that I could cheer for, but I don't because I fucking have one team, it would be Bills, because I have fallen in love with Josh Allen. That's right, Josh Allen. I love you.
You didn't just cream yourself, did you, a second ago?
No, not yet.
Oh, thank God. Do it on your own time. No, you know what? That team makes you want to cheer for them. Josh Allen has grown up in front of our eyes. They just have a great dynamic. They're that hard-nosed football, but it's fun to watch. That I wouldn't be mad if they won. I wouldn't be mad if LA won. I just, as much as I love Tom, and God knows everybody knows I love Tom Brady, I don't want the same teams in the Super Bowl. I don't. So it would be nice for some parity, and these are like two big football markets. Like, Buffalo has nothing else to cheer for. Look at the Sabres. They're a fucking joke. Sorry, Buffalo, but you guys suck when it comes to everything else. But your football team is awesome. And then the Rams, they just came back to LA. They got the new stadium. They just got a nice quarterback. It's time to do it. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. I like it.
But here we're praising like good teams. Let's talk about some bad teams. Goobie, there are some bad fucking teams out there in the NFL. I want to know from you, who's going to be the worst of the worst in the NFL this season?
All right. Well, I got two teams.
Okay.
Because there's a disclaimer. If Deshaun Watson does not play this year, the Texans will be the worst team in the NFL. If they do not get a quarterback to back them up, they will be the worst team in the NFL. If Deshaun Watson does play, I think that the Lions will be the worst team in the NFL. I'm sorry, Jared Goff, you've saved me a few times in my fantasy leagues, but you're not going to save anybody this year because you went to Detroit.
Yeah, and neither one of those answers are wrong. Deshaun Watson is not playing this year, I can tell you that. He's in too much hot water. So by default, yeah, the Houston Texans are going to be the worst franchise in the league. Curiosity, what do you think their record is going to be? Because I have them going 3 wins, 3-12. No, sorry. 3-4. Yeah, 3-14.
3-14. It's a little weird with the 17 games now, right?
Yeah, it throws you out. Yeah, 3-14. I got them at 3-14.
Yeah, I think so. I think they could win a few, especially in that. What's their division right now?
The AFC South.
AFC South. Yeah, I mean, they could beat the Colts. I think.
No. You
don't think they could beat the Colts?
Defense is stout. The problem with the Colts is the quarterback who keeps getting hurt is a waste of space. That team is great.
It's gonna be a low-scoring game. It might rely on kickers. You never know.
It'd be 3-0. A win's a win.
And the Jags. I don't think they'll beat the Jags. They definitely ain't beating the Titans. But yeah, I think they could get a win off the Colts. They could probably get a win off the Jags if it's early enough and Trevor Lawrence hasn't accumulated to the NFL yet. But I don't see that happening.
They're gonna be how the Jets were the laughing stock. They were the dumpster fire swimming in a pool of cat piss. That's what Houston's gonna be this season.
I got a question. Sorry, go for it.
Dumpster fire swimming in a pool of cat piss. That's what Houston's gonna be.
I got a question then for you. Who's gonna be the first team to go 0-17 ever?
The way it's shaping up. Actually, I don't think there's going to be. The Jets were very close, and they had that miracle win a couple seasons ago. But all the bad teams, for the most part, have become good. Like, look at Miami. Miami was close, too. But now Miami's got a great team. They just have a shitty quarterback.
Eventually down the, I know we can't look 10, 20 years from now, but I'm sure eventually someone's going to go 0-17.
Yeah, probably. You and I would probably be gray in the face and fucking.
I'm already there, bro. On the head,
gray in the face with walkers and wearing Depends undergarments and getting changed by nurses. Yeah, buddy. Like it's hard to say. It's any given Sunday for a reason, and even the worst of the worst, like the worst teams, can actually pull a win out of their ass. So maybe go back. Actually, I don't think Zach Wilson's going to work out in New York. So I could see the Jets regressing back to like the Jets.
Yeah.
And maybe not winning a game in the season. We'll go there.
And then reverse. Do you think we're close to getting a 17-0 team? Because this will be the first, because they just went to 17 games. Do you think we're going to be close this year or next year to a 17-0 team?
First of all, why is Ed Sheeran at a football game? Sorry, folks. That just caught my eye. His bright red hair, and he's drinking.
You were distracted. I noticed.
He looks like he's 12 and he's underage drinking. Anyways, sorry. Not to avoid your question.
No
the KC Chiefs. They're probably the closest team that can go on that run. They're just oozing with talent everywhere. They could always bone up on the defense a little bit, but when you have the best player in the league, Patrick Mahomes, and you have arguably the best wide receiver and arguably the best tight end in the game with a really nice running game, you're very much primed to try and go perfect.
Yeah, I like that. Speaking of perfect, something that I'm not good at is toonie bets. I'm not very good at them because I do very good or very bad bold predictions.
Yeah, I don't get.
So yeah, I'm gonna take this one away. Please don't spoil it for me, but I'm gonna go Dallas over Tampa.
Yeah.
Don't even look. Don't even say anything. Don't even give me a look. I don't want to know. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow at 1:00.
You know what? That's not your worst prediction. I'm going to put that out there because you go on a limb sometimes and say, oh, the Jets are going to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks or the Jets are going to, or the Jets are going to beat the KC Chiefs. You watch in Arrowhead. Yeah, no, that's not a horrible take, right? So I'm going to go back to what I normally do and bet on sure things. And we're going to go San Francisco over the Lions. They're going to dummy them. They're going to turn the Lions into cats because they're a bunch of pussies. And it's going to be over by halftime. Yeah. And of course, the man who created this segment has dropped a voice message for us, as he will every episode. And let's hear what he has to say.
Hello, boys. Ba here with the first toonie bet of the season. I am fired up. You guys are back. It means NFL's back. Let's go. Also, congrats to Goobie, the reigning champion of the league. I'm sure he's never going to bring that up all season. We'll never hear about it. But back to my pick. I'm choosing the Sunday night game. We've got LA Rams at Chicago Bears. And surprise, surprise, I'm taking the Rams. I've always been a huge fan of Stafford. I think he can ball out. He's going to get maybe 5,000 yards this year. That defense, the targets he has, and honestly, are we really saying that Dalton and Chicago are going to be the better team? No, I don't think so. So I'm taking Rams Sunday night. Can't wait to hear your picks. Let's go. Peace, boys.
Bravo. I love it.
Kudos to Bai. Yeah, again, he will be back. He'll be on a couple episodes, and he will give his weekly toonie bets because it's his damn segment, and he's allowed to.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, foosball fans, for joining Goobie and I for the first episode of Show Us Your TD Season 2, Episode 1. We've got a lot in store this season. We've got some new segments. We've got some classic segments such as Toonie Bets, such as Boomer Bust, and Goobie's favorite Special Delivery.
Yes, sir.
And I could give away some of the new segments, but I decided to take a page out of Bill Belichick's book and hide and not say a damn word and lie about it. Do you have anything you want to add, Goobie?
No, I'm just excited for this season. I'm excited for just the NFL to be back. There's not much I can say. I love fantasy football, especially with my stacked team. Yeah, I'm gonna go take this baby into my bed now and go night night and cuddle up to this beautiful trophy.
If I win that, I don't want it in my house.
But yeah, man, it's great to have you back on this this podcast. It's great to be doing this again with you, and I can't wait for this season to keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've been waiting for this since it ended last last season. And you know what, guys? Help support the channel. Visit our sponsor, smoothmyballs.com, for the best manscaping tools. Receive additional 15% by using promo NA30 for savings. And you know why? The reason your girl has your face in a frown is because you haven't manscaped your boys to score that touchdown.
We're good.
Dude, laces out. Anyways, bro, this has been a wild fucking blast. A great debut. The champ is here. I think we're going to go with that as the title of the first episode. And guys, we're going to be back with way more material. We're going to be on point every week. Listen out for us and listen to the channel itself. There's some great acts. Wow, I Had Mustard. There's Blue Jays, Nothing But Miss. There's Tim, the Midnight Owl. Like, check us out, seriously. We got some good stuff. I wouldn't tell you that, and I work for the damn channel, and I wouldn't tell you if we suck balls. So, on that note, we'll see you next week. Go Cowboys, go.
Peace.